Okay, folks, here's a quick review of the Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodes figure that was produced by Hasbro as part of the Iron Man Marvel Legends line of products. I picked this up at Walmart for $14.99, and this figure is part of the Ironmonger Build-A-Figure Collection series. Now, in the recent Iron Man 3 film, I believe that Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodes was also known as the Iron Patriot, but we all know in the Dark Avengers comic book series that the Iron Patriot was Norman Osborn. Okay, so when I first got the figure out of the blister pack, I really liked the figure's overall appearance. One of the first things that attracted me to this figure is the coloring scheme of the blues and the silvers with all the red piping on the forearms and legs. The articulation joints on this figure moved pretty well for the most part right out of the package. I had no problem in moving the head, wrists, hips, and ankles. The only joints that I had problems moving were the elbows and wrists, but I'm confident that those will free up with repeated movements. Paint apps were done pretty well on this figure. I found some minor dings in the right hip area and some paint slop in the facial area under his jaw. So let me pause here, zoom in, and I'll give you a closer look as to what Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodes looks like. Okay, Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodes came with just one accessory, but he also came with a piece of the Ironmonger Build-A-Figure. So let me pan down real quick and I'll show you what that piece looks like along with the accessory. The figure stand that you see him standing on was not included in the package, although I do wish Hasbro had given us one like they did previously with the Walmart exclusive Avenger figure series and the Walmart exclusive Amazing Spider-Man figure series. Okay, first up, here is the lone accessory. Now, I have not seen the Iron Man 3 film just yet, so I'm guessing that this is supposed to be a laser gun, and it pegs into place on the back of his left or right shoulder. Now, I'm not overly crazy about how this gun looks, but if I had my choice in the matter, I'd rather mount it over his left shoulder. It just looks better that way. The gun also has a small articulation joint, and it can move up and down. Now, I did find myself wishing that Hasbro had gone with a slot on the figure's back to move the gun around, like they did with the Iron Man 2 War Machine figure, as opposed to just pegging it into place on this figure. Okay, next up, here is the piece of the Ironmonger Build-A-Figure that was included in the package, his left arm. This looks like it could have some elbow and wrist articulation. Back to the figure itself. What I'll do now is a quick 360 of Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodes for you and let you see what he looks like from all sides. So here he is from the front, from the left, here he is from the rear, the right-hand side, finally, here he is once again from the front. So overall, I have to admit, I like this figure. The armor coloration is very eye-catching, and it's also very pleasing to look at. The articulation joints and paint apps were also done pretty well. I'm not too crazy about the laser gun accessory, but I have to admit that's just a matter of personal taste. So therefore, I think this figure deserves a great recommendation. I think this figure will make a very nice addition for your Marvel Legends or Iron Man 3 movie figure collection. Okay, so on that note, take care and stay tuned for my next review. Have a good one.